Jeff Bezos did not start his life at the top of the business world. Long before he became one of the richest people in history, he was a young man with big dreams, working a summer job at McDonald's. This early experience taught him about automation and serving customers, ideas that would later define his entire career. He was raised in New Mexico, spending summers on his grandfather's ranch, where he learned the value of self-reliance and fixing things himself. These lessons shaped a mind that was always looking for new ways to solve problems and build systems from the ground up, no matter how complex the challenge seemed to be. His early brilliance was clear to everyone around him. Bezos was a star student who loved science and technology. He was fascinated by the Apollo moon landing and held a lifelong dream of exploring space, a passion that would one day lead to his company, Blue Origin. He went to Princeton University where he studied computer science and electrical engineering, preparing himself for a future driven by technology. After graduating, he quickly climbed the corporate ladder on Wall Street, becoming the youngest senior vice president at a successful investment firm called D. Shaw & Company. He had a secure, high-paying job. But a new idea was taking hold of his imagination. In 1994, Bezos noticed something incredible. The internet was growing at a rate of 2,300% a year. He saw an opportunity that was just too big to ignore. He decided to leave his comfortable Wall Street career behind to start his own company. With a brave leap of faith, he and his then-wife, Mackenzie Scott, drove across the country to Seattle. His parents invested $300,000 of their life savings into his idea, a risky bet on their son's vision. He started his new business in his garage, a humble beginning for what would become a global empire. He called it Amazon, and his first product was books. The early days were not easy, and Amazon almost did not make it. When the dot-com bubble burst in 2000, hundreds of internet companies went out of business. Amazon survived, but only because Bezos made tough, sometimes ruthless decisions. He cut costs everywhere he could and implemented a strict, data-driven management style. He demanded absolute commitment from his employees, creating a high-pressure culture where only the most determined could succeed. This demanding approach, focused on long-term growth over short-term profits, saved the company and set the stage for its incredible expansion. The principles of survival from those years became the core of Amazon's DNA. Amazon quickly grew beyond its origins as an online bookstore. Bezos's vision was always much bigger. He wanted to create the everything store. But his most powerful creation was not a product you could buy. It was a service that ran silently in the background. In 2006, Amazon launched Amazon Web Services, or AWS. This platform was originally created to manage Amazon's own massive online operations. The company realized it could rent out its powerful computing infrastructure to other businesses. For 7 years, AWS had almost no serious competition, allowing it to become the backbone of the modern internet. The power of AWS is hard to overstate. It provides the cloud computing services that run countless websites, apps, and companies, including major players like Netflix. Even more significantly, it hosts the data for over 7,500 United States government agencies, from the CIA to the Federal Reserve. This gives Jeff Bezos and his company immense control over the world's digital infrastructure. Amazon is not just a store where people shop, it is the foundation upon which a huge part of our digital lives is built. This strategic move transformed Amazon from a retail giant into a fundamental utility of the 21st century. Bezos also pushed Amazon's reach directly into our homes with innovative new devices. The Kindle e-reader changed the publishing industry forever, giving Amazon enormous power over book prices and how authors connect with readers. Then came Alexa, the voice assistant inside Echo smart speakers. Marketed as a helpful convenience, Alexa also serves as a powerful data collection tool. Every command, question, and conversation is sent to Amazon's cloud. This data is used to understand consumer behavior, refine advertising, and sell more products, extending the company's influence from our shopping carts directly into our living rooms. This combination of e-commerce, cloud computing, and consumer devices created a powerful cycle. AWS generated enormous profits that funded Amazon's retail expansion, allowing it to undercut competitors and absorb losses for years to gain market share. The data collected from retail customers and Alexa users helped refine AWS services and develop new products. Each part of the empire supported the others, creating a fortress that was nearly impossible for competitors to breach. Bezos did not just build a company, he built an interconnected ecosystem designed for total market dominance. all centered on collecting and using data. The incredible efficiency and low prices that Amazon offers come at a significant human cost. Inside its massive warehouses, workers face grueling conditions. They are monitored by sophisticated surveillance systems that track their every move, pushing them to meet relentless productivity targets. Injury rates at Amazon fulfillment centers are notoriously high, and many employees report feeling treated like robots instead of people. The pressure is so intense that firings can be handled by an algorithm, with little human oversight. This high-pressure environment is a direct result of the company's obsession with speed and customer satisfaction, often at the expense of its own workforce. Amazon has also fought hard to prevent its workers from organizing. The company has a long and well-documented history of anti-union activities. It has spent millions on consultants to persuade employees not to form unions, and it has been accused of using propaganda and surveillance to identify and discourage organizers. The difficult conditions extend to its delivery drivers, who are often independent contractors working under extreme pressure. Stories have emerged of drivers having to skip bathroom breaks and urinate in bottles just to keep up with their demanding schedules, highlighting the dark side of Amazon's promise of one-day delivery. To protect and expand his empire, Bezos also moved into the world of media. In 2013, he purchased the Washington Post, one of America's most respected newspapers. While he claimed to support its journalistic independence, his ownership raised serious questions about his ability to shape public opinion and control narratives. Critics have pointed out that the paper rarely publishes deep investigations into Amazon's business practices. In a controversial move in October 2024, Bezos reportedly instructed the paper not to endorse a presidential candidate, a decision that was seen by many as a way to protect his business interests, particularly his space company Blue Origin, which was reportedly in talks with Donald Trump. This control over a major media outlet gives Bezos a powerful tool to influence politics and public discourse. By shaping the news, he can create a more favorable environment for his companies and push back against critics. This combination of economic power, data collection, and media influence creates a formidable shield. It allows Amazon to operate with a level of control that few companies in history have ever achieved. The purchase of the Washington Post was not just a business acquisition, it was a strategic move to secure his empire's place in the world for decades to come. Amazon's influence extends far beyond online shopping and cloud computing. The company has aggressively moved into many other industries, including groceries with its purchase of Whole Foods, pharmaceuticals, and streaming entertainment with Prime Video. Its strategy is often ruthless. It can host a competitor like Netflix on its AWS platform, while simultaneously building a rival service in Prime Video. It uses its vast resources to undercut smaller businesses on price, driving them out of the market. This immense market power makes it nearly impossible for new companies to compete on a level playing field, stifling innovation and competition. Furthermore, Amazon has become a master of tax avoidance. Despite earning billions in profits, the company often pays very little in federal income taxes. It uses legal loopholes and receives huge tax breaks from cities and states that are desperate to host its warehouses and headquarters. Bezos himself has openly admitted to using these strategies to minimize the company's tax burden. This means that while Amazon relies on public infrastructure like roads and the internet to run its business, it contributes very little to the public funds that support them, placing a greater burden on ordinary taxpayers and small businesses. As of 2024, with around 180 million Prime members in the United States alone, Amazon has become too big for consumer boycotts to be effective. The company is so deeply integrated into the fabric of modern life that many people find it impossible to live without it. It is our bookstore, our supermarket, our movie theater, and the digital foundation for thousands of other services we use every day. This centralization of power in a single corporation is unprecedented. It is built on a foundation of data exploitation, aggressive expansion, tax avoidance, and media control, creating an empire that seems to rival the influence of entire nations. This brings us to a fundamental question for our society. Is it healthy or safe for one person and one company to hold so much power? Jeff Bezos built an empire that has changed the world, delivering incredible convenience and technological innovation. But this progress has come with serious costs, harsh labor practices, crushed competition, and the erosion of privacy. As billionaires gain more control over our critical infrastructure, our news, and our political life, it raises concerns about the future of democracy itself. The story of Jeff Bezos and Amazon is not just a business story, it is a story about power in the 21st century and who gets to wield it. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comment below. Thank you for watching.